Hey, this is Dr. Sopcich here at Sopcich Natural Health and Wellness Center, here with another edition of the Monday Minute. Today we're going to be talking about the Heart Sound Recorder. Now, the Heart Sound Recorder is a low-risk general wellness cardiac stress monitor that has a specialized microphone that's strategically positioned to hear and record all the different sounds of the valves of your heart. It monitors certain types of stress that control your rate, your rhythm, and the tone of the heart. Now, the rate should be between like 60 and 80 beats per minute, and that's controlled by your autonomic nervous system. So you have your sympathetic nervous system, which is your flight-fight, and that's kind of like the gas that speeds up your heart, and you have your parasympathetic, which is your rest-digest, which is kind of like the brakes that slows down your heart. And you need to have a healthy balance between those two, and realize that those are controlled by your diet, vitamins, and minerals. So that's really important to have. Now, the rhythm is your first and second heart sounds. That's your lub and your dub. And that should have a steady, consistent rhythm. And your first sound should be twice the height of the second sound. Your heart also should have a rest period that's 2 to 3 times that of the work period, so that your heart has time to rest. And we can evaluate that using the HSR. Now, we talked about rate, rhythm. The third part is tone. Now, the tone has to do with the strength of the ventricular contractions, which is seen in the height and width of the lub-dub sounds. Now, the lub is when the heart is pushing blood through, and the dub is when it's refilling. And you have to have that good balance. And remember, the lub should be 2 to 3 times the size of the dub. Now, realizing the heart beats 100,000 times a day, pushing 2,000 gallons of blood through 60,000 miles of blood vessels, we want to make sure that everything functions properly. And the Heart Sound Recorder is a great way to evaluate that. The heart is also the first muscle to respond to nutrition, so it's vital that it receive the proper nutrients to maintain that rate, rhythm, and tone. So let's take a look at what's normal now. These are the graphs for a normal heartbeat recorded at each valve. We're looking at the first and second sound and a nice rest period between the beats. Now, let's look at one of our patients here on March 30th. That's just 6 weeks ago. Notice here at the mitral valve how low the first sound is, or the lub. The second sound, or the dub, is actually higher than the first, and likely we're seeing regurgitation here on the first sound. Look now at the tricuspid valve. It seems like it never stops. There's actually really no distinguishable first and second sound, probably because there's not enough electrical energy to allow the heart to rest. Now, when the heart works this hard, it steals a ton of energy from the body, and that results in fatigue. Looking at the aortic valve, there isn't really much differentiation here in the first and second sounds. And the pulmonic valve, this is where we have arrhythmia. In fact, look at the brain force this valve to open here again because it's not got enough oxygen to get through. Now look at May 11th, last week, and just 6 weeks after the first visit. Look how much closer the heartbeat is to normal. Still not there, but this is how fast your heart can respond with good nutrition. So if you're interested in getting your heart evaluated, this week only, in commemoration of my 30th anniversary, you get 30% off the Heart Sound Recorder. So instead of $50, it's $35. And actually, even at $50, you're not going to get a way to evaluate your heart this well anywhere else. So call us at 440-352-0444 in order to make your appointment. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you next week. Oh, next week we're going to be talking about the Zerona special.